Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my big comfy couch that we just love to see. Ignore what's going on in the background, it just makes me seem like I'm not talking to myself. So basically in this video I have 5 tips that will help your first meetings and second meetings with your recruiter a lot easier. It just makes your process go by a lot quicker. You don't have to worry about waiting for certain things and like waivers. So basically I would just say have all your documents together. Like before you even think about calling a recruiter, call your mom or your dad or someone and be like, hey, do you have my birth certificate, my social security card, all that stuff? Have that stuff ready to go. My diploma, college transcripts is really important if you do have some college credits because it helps you with your rank basically. And I know that some people do not have their license. I was one of those people at the time. Now I have my license. But if you have your license, there's a whole list of jobs that you can go. You cannot have a in-flight job without having your license. So that is a key aspect to some jobs. So I would just have my license just to get it out the way. Secondly, start to pay off any debt or start a payment plan for any debt. That helps with financial, like the credit check slash like a financial waiver basically, because you can't technically enlist if you have certain delinquents. Basically, if you're too much in debt, they will look at you as if you're kind of irresponsible. So if you start paying those off, they won't be there and you won't have to worry about it. So if you get that done before even trying to go there, it saves you time to even basically have to get a financial waiver, if that makes sense. Number 3 is if you broke any bones, had any sickness in the past, had any surgeries, basically anything extremely important, I would get those medical documents first, because it's a whole lot easier than sitting in a recruiting office and telling them, oh, I broke my arm when I was 6, and they will have to basically wait for you to get that information. But if you walk in and say, hey, I got my medical records from this hospital that did my leg surgery basically, and you give them, it makes it easier to just automatically send it off to Surgeon General and get it cleared. So yeah, so basically it just makes the whole process quicker than you having to go to MEPS, get disqualified, have to find this paper or not find this paper, and basically go through that process. So it helps your enlistment process go faster. 4 basically is just practice your ASVAB. There is plenty of websites that will do practice tests. So I would just practice your ASVAB until you feel like you're comfortable enough to take it, because I know I went to my recruiter on my first meeting, which was in January, and I was taking my ASVAB the next week. Like I practiced so much prior that by the time I even had a MEPS date, it was just easy, and I went in, I passed and got a good score and I didn't have to like wait 30 days, and I got the jobs that I wanted. So I would just practice, get it out the way, do all that study and stuff prior to meeting with your recruiter, so you're not meeting your recruiter, getting MEPS dates for like 2 months later because you're not prepared for it. 5th and finally, I would say do your research. Like at the end of the day, you are signing, I hate to say you're signing your life away, but basically you're signing your name to basically the government in a sense. So whether it's 4 years or 6 years, you're signing your life up for something, and you want to make sure it's best for you. You're not going to go to a college that you don't like. You're not going to work for a job that you don't like. But this job is a little harder because you can't quit. Like, you don't have that option. So just make sure that it's everything that you want to do, if that makes sense. Basically, your first meeting is an interview. Treat it like an interview for a job. Dress like you want to impress, almost. Like, I'm not saying go in there with suit and ties, we're not the Marines, but it helps if you treat it like an interview, because it is a job nonetheless, and they don't want just anyone. So if you have those 5 things down, I don't see why they would not accept you, basically, because that's it. Your recruiter technically has to accept you first, and if they think that you will do good, they'll go and do big things in the military, hashtag Air Force, then they will work with you. So if you work with them and have all that stuff done, they will not have an issue. So basically those are my key things that I would do and have before meeting with an Air Force recruiter. I can't really tell you how other recruiters work, but those are things that Air Force recruiters would probably look for, and that will help you and your process go a lot smoother and get you to BMT. So hopefully I helped. Hopefully you guys can like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment if you have any more questions, and that is it. Have a great day.